Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we will be reading from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, chapter entitled Transcendental Knowledge, text number 12. So please repeat after me line by line this verse. Kangshatam karmanam siddhim. Kangshata karmanam siddhim. Yajanta iha devata. Yajanta iha devata. Shipram hi manushe loke. Shipram hi manushe loke. Siddhir bhavati karmaja. Siddhir bhavati karmaja. Kangshatah karmanam siddhim. Yajanta iha devata. Shipram hi manushe loke. Siddhir bhavati karmaja. Kangshatah karmanam siddhim. Yajanta iha devata. Shipram hi manushe loke. Siddhir bhavati karmaja. Word to word meaning Kangshatah, that is desiring. Karmanam, of fruitive activities. Siddhim, that is perfection. Yajante, they worship by sacrifices. Iha, in the material world. Devataha, that is demigods. Shipram, very quickly. He, certainly. Manushe, in human society. Loke, within this world. Siddhihi, success. Bhavati, comes. Karmaja, from fruitive work. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Purport: there is a great misconception about the gods or the demigods of this material world. And men of less intelligence, although passing as a great scholars, take these demigods to be the various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of the God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. God is one, and the part and parcels are many. The Vedas say Nityo Nityanam, that is, God is one. Ishvara Parama Krishna. The Supreme God is one, Krishna. And the demigods are delegated with the powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities, that is Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayan, Vishnu or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that the God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or Pashandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva. Shiva Viranchi Nutam. Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by the foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism or the zoomorphism. Iha Devata, devotees, Devataha, denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world. But Narayan, Vishnu or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, does not belong to this world. He is above or transcendental to the material creation. Even Sripad Shankaracharya, the leader of the impersonalists, maintains that the Narayan or Krishna is beyond this material creation. However, foolish people, Rita Jnana, worship the demigods because they want immediate results. They get the results, but do not know that the results so obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent persons. The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness and he has no need to worship the paltry demigods for some immediate temporary benefits. The demigods of this material world are well as their worshippers will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things such as the material opulences of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or the powerful men in the human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshipping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore not owing to the so-called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons. And they indeed achieve such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardships of the material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment, and to get a little facility for sense enjoyment, they are attracted to worshipping empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that the people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in the material enjoyment, and therefore they worship some powerful living entity. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. So before we start the discussion, we'll seek the blessings by singing the prayers, invoking the blessings of our parampara. So those who know, please sing with me. Others can hear. Om Agyantimirandhasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamischa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamishya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome all the devotees. We are assembled for the Sunday Bhagavad Gita session in the evening. Today we are discussing from the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The chapter is entitled Transcendental Knowledge, and we are reading from the verse 12th, which is Kangshatam karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devata shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Kangshatam karmanam siddhim. So Kangshata, akanksha hai, ichha hai. Right? So Kangshata means desiring. What are they desiring? Kangshatam karmanam siddhim. Karmanam siddhim. So karma, everybody acts. Right? So karmanam siddhim. So whatever activity one does, kangshata, somebody is desiring. What they are desiring? Of from their work, siddhim, success, something, some gain. Isn't that normal for all of us? Is there anybody who works for free without any salary? without thinking that I'll not get, it's okay, I don't get anything. I'll just work. It's very rare to find, right, in this world. So, kangshatam karmanam siddhim. Yajanta iha devata. Yajanta means yajna, bhajna, jo bhi bolo aap, worship, right? Yajantah, they worship by sacrifices. So, yajanta iha devata. So, iha, in this material world, iha devata. So, what are the devatas? How many devatas are there? For everything, there is one demigod. Even for our this eyelid to function properly, there is a demigod. Even for a mosquito, the Zund, that particular entity, there is one mosquito. There is one demigod who is controlling the things for so many things. Even for the rains. Who bestows rain? Indra. Electricity, heat. Surya Dev. Right? And for Vayu, or for air, Vayu Devata. So you see, so many demigods are there, unlimited. So Kangshata Karmanam Siddhim, Yajanta Iha Devata. So let's focus on these first two lines. So before coming to this verse, last Sunday, those who have attended, we discussed the verse which says that Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamiham mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. Krishna says that Ye yatha mam prapadyante, as one surrenders to me, prapadyante, as one surrenders to me, tam sataiva bhajamiham, I reciprocate accordingly. I reciprocate accordingly. Mama vartamanu vartante, everybody is following my path. Manushya partha sarvasa, all the living entities actually following my path. So Krishna says that whoever desires anything and they come to me, I reciprocate with them. Like so Krishna, when he was Lord Ram, and he incarnated Lord Ram, so in the forest of Dandakaranya or Panchavati, or when he went to Lanka, so the ladies there, they desired. And even in the forest, those who were meditating, the sadhus, they saw the beautiful face of Lord Ram and they desired to be with him. And the ladies, they thought, oh, maybe if we get to marry Lord Ram. But Lord Ram has taken the vrat, Ekapratni vrat, so he cannot fulfill their desires. So then he said, okay, next life, or in another life, when I come as a Krishna, I'll fulfill your desire. So when Lord came as Krishna, then he fulfilled the desire of all the living entities in the whichever way they wanted. Even the monkeys who wanted Krishna, so he was feeding them makhan and all. And then he married 16,108 wives. So those who wanted to be the wives of Lord, so he married. It's not for his sake. It is just as a reciprocation. Otherwise, Lord is Atmaram. He does not need anything to satisfy him. He is Atmaram. He is self-satisfied. But for the sake of reciprocation, Lord does all this activity. Therefore, paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam. So, paritranaya sadhuna. One reason why he comes in this world is paritranaya sadhuna, to reciprocate with the devotees who are longing for him. And who can kill the great people like Kamsa and Ravana? So, Lord comes to kill them also. So, in that way, Lord reciprocates. To whom? With whom? Ye yatha mam prapadyante, as one surrenders to me. So in the previous verse, as one surrenders to me. So he's talking about the devotees who surrenders to him. But here the talk is going about kangshatam karmanam siddhi, one who is desiring, not surrendering, desiring. Kangshatam, desiring what? The fruits of their activities, the results from the work that they do. So the talk is going about such people, not of the devotees. Because devotees surrender to Lord. What do they ask from the Lord? When they surrender to the Lord, what do they desire? You ask any devotee here, why are you doing chanting? Why are you doing bhakti? And if they are really a follower of Prabhupada, they will never say, I want this, I want that, any material benefits. They'll simply say, just to please Krishna. So that let Krishna be pleased by this small service. We offer lamp before this. Why? Because Krishna says in the Puranas that whoever offers this lamp, he comes to me. He achieves bhakti. So see, devotees, they only want love of Krishna. They want to love Krishna. So love means service. If you love somebody, you just serve somebody. So they just want to serve Krishna. So the talk is what's going about in the previous verse was about those who want to serve Krishna. And what they are asking? The only thing that they ask, see, without desire, nobody can do anything, right? So devotees also have desire. But what is that desire? Just to please Krishna, to serve Krishna. That's the only desire. That's why in the definition of Bhagavad Gita, in the nectar of devotion, the first line is, which says that there is no other desire. There is no other desire. It's not saying no desire. Anya abhilashita shunyam. Anya abhilasha. Koi abhilasha nahi, aisa nahi. No other desire. That means they have some desire. Which is, oh Krishna, just you be pleased by that. Maro bhi rakho bhi, jo ichha to maar. Just consider me as your servant. So that's the only desire they have, devotees. But here, the talk is going about those people who have desires, kangshatam, karmanam, siddhim. See, we all have desires, right? The living entities in this world, whoever are born, except the great saints or the devotees who are sent by the Lord. Otherwise, people, living entities in this world, they have from immeasurable time, they have desires, the impressions, the longings, material benefits, for the material benefits. So, kangshatam karmanam siddhi, from their fruitive works, they want something. So then whom do they approach? Iha devata. Yajanta iha devata. They worship whom? Demigods. There are so many demigods. So the connection is given just like if somebody wants to buy something. Say, I want to buy some cloth. Some cloth I want to buy. Where will I go? To Kirana shop? No. Where will I go if I want to buy a cloth for my shirt? Which market? Clothes market, right? Isn't it? So we think in prayer, okay, what I want, where will I get, what will be the rate, how much I have to pay, and how much meter I will get. Isn't it? So one pre-plans and then searches accordingly. So similarly, those people who have desires, they think out of the lots of demigods, which demigod's temple I should ring my bell and put forward my appeal. Right? They think ना, इसके पास जाएंगे फटाफट काम होगा, है ना? इतना करेंगे ये मिलेगा. So that is the kind of thing which is being talked over here. Kangshatam karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devata, in this world. See, iha, in this world. So this material world. So material world is temporary. We have all heard, right? Pralaya aata hai na sab. Everything ends by devastation of this world. Then what will happen to the demigods of this world? They will also vanish. See, demigods are like us. Prabhupada is writing in the first line. All this Indra, Chandra, Vayu Devata, all they are like us, living entity, the spirit soul with the body. Of course, the body is very powerful. In the Swargloka, the body does not sweat. The fragrance comes from the body. So they have a very good body. But then ultimately, it's a body which is born and it will die. They live for a long time, but they do die. So the desires, what kind of desires people have? Do the people in this world desire that I want to be the deathless? I never want to die. Do we have such desire? Maybe some people who have that desire. What is death, by the way? When I was small, I used to go to school. And then, one fine day, my friend did not come. So somebody announced, said to the teacher, his father has left the body. Now we talk in the terms of father left the body, but at that time, wo mar gaye. And suddenly, I was shocked. Oh my God, father is no more. How can he live not having father anymore? It's like a unimaginable thing for a small child who's attached, right? I have such a loving father and mother. Never thought of. But that whole thing was reeling in my mind, and asked when I went home, Mama, what is this? Death? Mar jana? What do you mean? He said, hey, don't talk like this. And just like, and then that thing went away. But nobody speaks about that. But when I came to ISKCON, here the talk is being, there is a preparation for the death. Because at the end, everybody has to face the death. Nobody talks. But the scripture says that we should talk time and again about the death. Why? Because we have to prepare for that. Everybody faces death. When? At the end. But the end can come any time. Any moment death can come. So one has to talk about the death. From where? That is also a question. Not like father and mother who also don't have. Even if they want to give the knowledge, they can't give. So we need to come and hear these topics about the birth, death, disease and old age. These are the four main problems of the life. Who desires? People have this desire. People who go to the demigods, they desire something. Putra Dehi, so they do Putra Kameshti Yagya of particular person. If they want a good wife, good husband, they go to particular demigod. If they want some finance, they go to some demigod. So like this, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a list of demigods given. If somebody wants the power, they go to the Rudra. Like this. They want to be beautiful, they go to Ashwini Kumar. So like this, various list of demigods are given. If you want something, go to this demigod. If you want something, go to that demigod. But then the real problem of life is birth, old age, disease and death. We need to solve that problem. And these demigods, by the way, is not going to do anything with this. Why? Because they themselves are binded by the birth, old age, disease and death. So they cannot help with this. But why do the people then go to the demigods? So third and fourth line says, Shipram hi manushe loke. Shipram. Very quickly. Shipram hi manushe loke. In the human society, manushe loke. What happens in this manushya lok? Siddhir bhavati karmaja. Siddhir bhavati. The success they gain. In this world, when they approach particular demigod, then their wish is fulfilled, provided they perform whatever is being told perfectly. If they don't, no result. Just like if you go to some shop, right? Going to demigod is like going to shop. We pre-plan what I want, we go to that particular shop, then we have to, and we desire, we think what I want, right? As per the desire, as per the need we go. When we go, we pay. We have to pay. Without payment, does we get anything? We don't. We have to pay. So we have to pay. So what is that payment we have to go to give to the demigod? So that's the process. Itna ye, itna kapda, itna wo, chadao, aise chadao, vaise chadao, ye mantra bolo. And if anything goes wrong, if it's not complete, no result. And if it is not done properly, contrary results. If you skip some mantra here and there, contrary results. But what if somebody does it completely, perfectly? Then results would come, right? But what kind of results are those? Temporary material results, not the permanent result. So what is the point then in worshipping the demigods? Not to offend any demigod worshippers, by the way. Demigods are great souls appointed by Lord Krishna, right? And they are so they are the living entities, but appointed by Lord Krishna. So they are like one of the body part of Lord Krishna. So if somebody is worshipping, they are actually worshipping them, but part of the Krishna, but not knowing that they are worshipping Krishna. So those devotees who know, if it's not like devotees don't worship, don't worship means they respect demigods, right? There are there's a mention of the devotees who went and worshipped Durga Devi, right? Even Radhika, she worshipped Durga Devi. But for what she asked for? Krishna as husband. So knowing that this demigod is a part and parcel of Krishna, and with added understanding, if somebody worships demigods, nothing wrong. But the kind of people he mentioned here is, they don't know the connection of the demigod with the Krishna, and they just worship with a fruitive desires. So such kind of people, in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 20th verse, they mention that why they worship the demigod. So 20th verse says that Kamaistester Rita Jnana. Kamaistester, with that kama, desire, Rita Jnana, their intelligence is lost. Prapadyante Anya Devata. Prapadyante, surrender. Anya Devata, other demigods. Tamtam Niyama Asthaya. Tamtam Niyama. That particular demigods, Niyama, the process they follow. Prakrtya Niyatya Swaya. Prakrtya means whatever desires they have as per their nature. Prakrtya Niyata, controlled by that Swaya, by their own desires, their intelligence is lost and they worship the other demigods. Okay. But Krishna says this in the 21st verse, Yo yamyam tanum bhaktam shraddhaya architam ichhate. So whichever form, yo means whoever, whichever, tanum means the body parts. So it's Krishna's body part. So whichever body parts, means demigod, which are actually the form of Krishna, the body of the Krishna, limbs of Krishna. So yo yam tanum bhaktam shraddhaya architum ichhate. With a faith, who wants to worship that particular body of Krishna, Krishna says that tasya achalam shraddha. Their achalam shraddha, tam eva vidadhami aham. Tam eva vidadhami. I only give them that faith. Because they want to worship my bodily part. They don't know they are the demigods are my bodily part. But because they want to worship the demigod, Krishna says, I give them that faith. So that they approach and they worship them. Sataya, then 22nd verse says, Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktas, with that Shraddha, Tasya Aradham Ihate. They start Aradhana of that particular demigod. Labhante, Labh lete hai. What they achieve? Labhante cha tatha kaman, their desires, fruits of their desires. Mai eva vihitan hitan. The fruits which they achieve is actually given by Mai eva. I only give that fruit. Why? Because demigod is not able to. Lord gives that power to the demigod that if somebody worships you with this process, then I give you the power to give that. So Lord is only giving the power. Why? Because of devotion unto the bodily part of Krishna. But they are not devoted to Lord Krishna. They don't even know that they are worshipping the bodily part. So that's the verse 22. So what is the problem with this kind of worship? Is somebody says that, but ultimately they are worshipping the Krishna. Their bodily part means worshipping Krishna. So devotees are worshipping Krishna. These people are also worshipping the bodily part of Krishna. So what is the difference? So 23rd verse says that Antavanta tu phalam tesham. Antavant. There is an end. For what? Phalam. The fruits. Tesham, of those demigods. The fruits that they get from those demigods. There is a Antavant. Because it's material world. Fruits are given by them is material. So material world will vanish one day. So ultimately fruit will also vanish one day. So antavanta tu phalam teshan tad bhavati alpamedasham. Therefore, those who are alpamedasam, meda means buddhi. So those who are with lower intelligence, they worship and they get such fruits. Devan deva yajo yanti. Devan means they go to Devaloka. Deva yajo, those who are worshippers of Devata. Devan deva yajo yanti goes. So those who are worshippers demigod, they go to which place? Devata lok. Mad bhakta mamapi. My devotees, they come to my dham. Where the Lord Vishnu and Krishna resides? Vaikunta. Kunta means problems. Vaikunta means no problem. So that loka where there is no problem, no birth, no old age, disease and death. That place is Vaikuntha. That place is spiritual world where Krishna, Vishnu resides. So those who worship Krishna by devotion to Krishna, they go to that loka. Those who worship the demigods, they go to the loka of demigods, which is in this material world, which is temporary, which gets over. Antavanta phalam tesham. It's very simple, na? Gita is so simple. It's not simple, by the way, it is made simple by Prabhupada and our acharyas. Otherwise, what will understand? So coming back, Kangshatam karmanam siddhim yajantaya devata shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Shipram, very fast, desire gets fulfilled. Provided we pay, right? We do those activities. I'll give one example from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th chapter, 10th canto, 88th chapter. There is a description of one person who met Narad Muni on the way, and he said that, tell me, of the Vishnu, Shiva and Brahma, from whom will I get quick results? So Narad Muni said, Shambhu. He said, okay. So he went and then he started doing yajna. In that yajna, he started offering the limbs of his body. Kaat ke, swaha. Thinking that this Agni is the mouth of Shambhu. He started giving. And Lord Shiva is surprised. Oh, Bapre, why you are doing all this? I am satisfied with simpler water, Baba. Why you are doing all this thing? So he was just watching with shock. What is this doing? 7 days are over. And this person is thinking, my God, Lord Shiva is not getting pleased. Maybe I will cut my head and put it. And he was about to cut his head. And Lord Shiva said, hey, Baba, bas kar yaar. Stop. Hey, what do you want? He said, I want that on whosever head I put my hand, he will get burst into pieces. My God, Lord Shiva is thinking, what kind of boon he's asking? But then what to do? For the demigods, whoever comes, they have to give, na? Like Dukandar. If you go and ask, he will give whatever you want, provided you give him that much. So this person has given, right? Whatever ahuti he put. So Shivji has to give. And he gave. And then what happened? So this person who did this yajna, his name was Vrikasur. So Vrikasur, after gaining that power from Lord Shiva, he started to take a proof whether this works or not. By selecting whom? Lord Shiva only. He wanted to put his hand on the head of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva ran away from that place. He said, my God, what kind of person is this? He worshipped me and now he wants to kill me. He ran from there and he went and took shelter of Lord Vishnu at Ksirsagar ocean. So in this world there is a Ksirsagar, the ocean of milk. And there Lord Vishnu is residing. So Shivji came there and took shelter of Vishnu and said that please save me this person. And Lord Vishnu immediately took a form of a small boy. And then went in front of that Vrikasur. And says that, where are you going? He said, I am searching for that Shiva who ran away from me, who gave me this boon. I want to test whether it works or not. So that boy said, Arey, it's simple, Baba. Do you believe in that Shiva, by the way? Do you believe in his boon? Put your hand on your head and test, na? If it does not work, then you kill him for granting you such useless boon. Simple, right? He said, oh yeah, very simple. Thap, boom, burst into pieces. So Krishna had to do all kinds of things because of the demigods giving boons. So what happened? So the 7 days he strived so hard to get such kind of boon. And what happened to that boon after he died? He got that boon, right? So what happened to that boon? Vanished, gone away. So such kind of boons are given. And the people who worship them also, Rita Jnana, their intelligence is being lost. So Krishna says that if you want to worship me, by using your intelligence, the best way to apply our intelligence is by reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. If we read understand Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, it's kind of worshipping Krishna by using our intelligence. Kangshatam karmanam siddhim yajantiya devata shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati kamramaja. Men in this world desire success in fruitive activities and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from such fruitive world in this world. So it's because of the lack of knowledge that people, and with the desires, timeless desires from many, many births. Every people have these desires because of which they approach. But when we gain this knowledge, then we know, we understand that how to fulfill that desires. And Krishna, knowing that, He bestows upon us the kind of activities by which our desires will be fulfilled. All these Vedas are actually meant so that people who have desires and who don't want to approach Krishna says that, okay, if you don't want to approach me, come you follow my path. So these Vedas are full with the anushthan by which their desires can be fulfilled. So people who even worships the demigod slowly, because they are following the Vedic rules and regulations, their desires get fulfilled, but at the end of the Veda, which is Vedanta, which talks about Upanishad, which talks about the body and the soul, that what is that eternal thing, who we are actually, the spirit soul. And what can fulfill that spirit soul is the connection with the super soul, who is Krishna. So Krishna mercifully, He fulfills everyone's desire, actually. Those who are devotees, who come to Krishna, Krishna purifies their material desires, but others who are not devotees, Krishna grants them that boon, who worships demigods also. And slowly, when they progress in that path, they come to the end, to the point that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. And finally, when they come in touch with the devotees of the Lord, they understand that actually one should serve and one should work in such a spirit that do not hanker for the results of the work, and offer all that results to Lord Krishna, not gaining the proprietorship or the things that one achieves by his work. And in that way, ultimately, surrendering to Krishna, once all one works, finally, by devotion to Krishna, they will achieve Krishna. So that's how this chapter, Transcendental Knowledge, which comes after Karma Yoga, previous chapter, Karma Yoga, which says that act selflessly. When one acts selflessly, slowly, then one gets the transcendental knowledge. So this chapter actually leads to the transcendental knowledge. Means when one works selflessly, without fruitive desires and any proprietorship, then one gains the transcendental knowledge. And then with that transcendental knowledge, they approach Krishna, and with the devotion to Krishna, they actually get the real success, which is the love of Krishna. So this thing starts with the Shravanam and then Kirtanam. So in this age, it's only by chanting the holy names of Krishna that one's innermost desires will be fulfilled, which we all are longing for. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it's the time for Kirtan now. So we'll stop here. If anybody has any question, I'm there over here. You can come and we can discuss. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.